We're back with part 2 of the Momentum Finance airdrop, of which is landing on the Sui Network, and in this video we'll provide you with a step-by-step easy beginner's guide on how to qualify for the MMT token, which could be launching sooner than we think. So before we begin, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, and let's dive straight into it. So to begin with, my friends, we are currently on Momentum Finance's application. Nonetheless, we want to show you this incredible campaign, of which is live until the 28th of September, where you can earn up to $18,000 just by signing up and trading with MEXC. If you'd like to earn these incredible rewards, guys, it really is as simple as just signing up and, of course, trading your way up to $18,000. If this is for you, we'll leave it in the description down below. If not, we're just going to carry on anyway with Momentum Finance, one of the leading decentralized exchanges on the Sui Network, which is soon to launch the MMT token. Therefore, our first step is, guys, we need to have ourselves a Sui wallet, and for us, we're going to be using a Slush wallet. So in the top right corner, we're going to get ourselves logged into Momentum Finance, which you can see here. If you need a tutorial for a wallet on the Sui Network, then you can check out our multiple tutorials of which we have on Slush, Phantom, and so on. Nonetheless, once you've got yourselves logged in, as you can see, we now want to head over to the leaderboard section. This is where you are going to get yourselves qualifying for an airdrop. Now, you can see, guys, I'm tier 9 and I haven't really been spending that much time on Momentum, unfortunately, but now I plan to double down and get as high up as a tier as possible and climb up the leaderboard in order to get a big airdrop. Now, you can see I've got a TBL of $5, not great. Volume, not the worst, but not great whatsoever. We want to increase this. And down below, guys, you can see the overall leaderboard. However, I personally believe that TVL is the most important metric when it comes to decentralized exchange airdrops, and therefore that is going to be our main focus of this video. But you can also see that volume generated is also another key indicator, and therefore by swapping on this platform, you will increase your volume and increase your rank, and therefore by increasing both your TVL and volume, we can of course get ourselves higher up the leaderboard to earn a bigger airdrop. So to start off with, guys, we want to head over to the trading section, and therefore all we want to do is very simply swap back and forth into whatever tokens you like. So for example, you can see I've got my Sui tokens here, or I've got other Sui tokens as well, but I could very well swap my VSui tokens into USDC, for example, which you can see here. I can swap $21.78 worth, exactly what I'm going to do. I know it's not that much volume, but it's just a tutorial, and therefore the more volume you can do yourself, the better off you will be. But that's one transaction, that's $21-ish worth of volume. You could then very simply swap USDC into the Sui token, as you can see here. Just going to do all of my tokens. Then all I'm going to do is swap it all into Sui. After that, that is another $21.77. If I wanted to now, guys, all I could do is I could very simply swap 50% of my Sui tokens into USDC. You'll see $146 in volume, and now that is roughly, give or take, $190 in volume in just 3 transactions, which literally took not even 1 minute. So anyone can do that, guys. It depends on, of course, how much you want to generate in volume, and of course, how much of a budget you have to spend on fees, X, Y, and Z. But you can see now that I've swapped $146 in USDC. That is a nice big swap. All I'm going to do is I'm now going to do the reverse, but let's just say I swapped back $100, which is give or take roughly 66% of which I'm swapping back. So I'm going to get around 30 Sui tokens back. Next, now that we've done an extra $100 in volume, that's roughly $290 in volume. If you just check up on the leaderboard, guys, it might regenerate now, which you can see it has done. We've now hit over that $1,000 threshold, which I think is an important factor of which we should try and aim for. A minimum of $1,000 is probably pretty friendly, but of course it's not really much on the volume now. It's trying to focus on that leaderboard. However, if we now go back, guys, we now want to head over to another section because trading is very simple and you know how to swap back and forth. But like I said, TVL is a massive indicator, and therefore we can do various things in order to contribute to the TVL. And the first one I'm going to show you is liquidity, and that's just by simply providing 2 tokens in a pool so that other users can swap. You will earn rewards on the fees swapped within that pool, and you will also help contribute to the TVL to help you climb up the leaderboard. So we can see here the best ones are right now Sui to USDC, which has an incredible APR of 44.92%. Guys, that is unbelievable. And you can see it earns bricks, and you can see it has a multiplier of 1.5x. However, our main focus, guys, is just to very simply contribute to the TVL. So do whatever you can. If you don't feel comfortable providing liquidity, then I completely understand, because there are many risks, including impermanent loss. And you must also understand that you must conduct your own research. We are not financial advisors, and you must always use a burner wallet if you feel more comfortable. But let's just say, for example, guys, I wanted to contribute $23 worth of USDC. It's going to automatically balance out how much Sui we need just by choosing an amount of USDC. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. That's roughly $41, and I'm just going to very simply confirm it, and we are good to go. Guys, so simple and so easy to add liquidity, honestly. It is literally just 30 seconds and you are done. So if you now head over to your portfolio section, you can see that we've actually added another selection of Sui to USDC. In the past, I did roughly $5, which you can see here, and I've earned 89 cents in fees, which if you think about it is absolutely fantastic. But this new one that we've just done is now increased all the way up to 221% APR somehow. I may have missed something out, but I'm not going to complain because that is incredible. So just wait for the fees to generate. Just of course, hodl as long as you want. If you want to pull out at any given time, all you do is head over to the manage section. Next, all you're going to do is select the withdraw section and choose an amount that you want to withdraw, and it will go directly back into your wallet. However, after that, guys, that is now how to provide liquidity. We can very simply choose another one if we wanted to. Depends on exactly what you want to do and focus on, but providing liquidity, in my opinion, is a huge way to qualify. Now, an extra bonus pool, which I think is a great choice, is Walrus to Sui, and therefore, if you wanted to do this one, guys, you can very simply head over here, choose your USDC tokens, this time to swap into Walrus, for example. So if we find Wool, just like so. Next, I'm going to choose an amount, so it could be $8, whatever you want to do. Swap, I'm going to confirm it. We're going to get around 18.78 Wool. Next, I'm going to go back to the liquidity section. Now I'm going to scroll down, find the Walrus to Sui one, which has a 71.61% multiplier. And you can also see the rewards per day, which is fantastic. Next, choose it if you want to do this. I'm going to very simply choose all of my Walrus tokens, which you can see here. Another $8. Fantastic. I'm now going to very simply provide the liquidity, and that is as simple as that. We've now provided two pools, guys, and that is helping contribute to our TVL. So if we go to our portfolio, here we can see we've now got 3 liquidity pools with over roughly $60 in TVL. So after that, guys, we've provided enough liquidity just as a tutorial sake, but of course the volume and TVL amount isn't that much, but it's just a guide. However, going over to the leaderboard, now you can see we've got a TVL of $61.70, which has further increased us up the leaderboard, ranking us 27,633 in the world for TVL. Now, guys, it looks like it doesn't take that much to climb up the leaderboards in terms of TVL. When it comes to ranking in volume, it does take a lot more, but you can see I've now pushed my way into that top 100,000 mark, which I'm happy with. All we need to now focus on is this tier of which I'm 127,000 in the world. This might take longer to update, guys, but keep at it. If you want to keep swapping, providing liquidity, it will help. Nonetheless, we've also got a couple other sections within this platform. And the first one I'm going to show you is MEXC, and this is a staking section. So if you did want to get this, guys, it's entirely up to you. MEXC is a liquid stake token, and therefore you can very simply sell your tokens at any given time because it is a liquid asset. So there is that benefit, guys. So if you did want a liquid stake, by all means, you can sell your liquid stake tokens at any time. But let's just say, for example, you were to stake 3 tokens. All you do is hit that stake button. Boom, confirm it. You're going to see that you'll get 2.98. Now, as you can see, if we go over to the leaderboard, we've increased our volume, but we have not increased our TVL. So by staking, you're increasing your volume, but you are not helping to secure the TVL. And therefore, if you did now want to contribute to that TVL, you could very simply use your liquid stake tokens to provide it in a liquidity pool, which includes MEXC, like you can see here. It has MEXC to Sui, of which has an APR of 4.26%. Not that much, but the TVL is very large if you take a look here. But if you don't want to do that, fair enough. Nonetheless, if you come up top, guys, we've got one last section to show you, and that is the vault section. But you must understand that it's from a third-party platform known as Nodo, and therefore, if you don't want to use a third-party service, it's entirely up to you, because it will take you over to another platform where you have to deposit assets. But it is very enticing, guys, because you can see down here that there's APRs of 236%. But please bear in mind, these are very volatile because the pools are very small, because as you can see, a TVL of $366,000 is not that much. So realistically, guys, the best thing in my personal opinion is to focus on the liquidity, focus on trading, stacking up that volume, and that will be that. All you want to do is climb up that leaderboard, and eventually, guys, we should hopefully climb up in the tier section and get ourselves an airdrop when the MMT token generation event goes live. My friends, this to me is one of my favorite airdrops on the Sui network to farm right now. We've got many others of which you can check out on our YouTube channel, and we'll be back with more. But for now, you can check out our airdrop playlist, of which has an endless amount of tutorials for you guys to check out. Guys, thank you so much once again. We appreciate every single one of you, and we'll see you in the next video.